Boy, we are all feeling it right now. Gas prices at an all-time high.
What you would typically spend to fill up your car, it doesn't get you very far right now. According to AAA, the national average of gas is $4.31 a gallon. In both Rhode Island and Massachusetts, it's $4.35. 12 News reporter Chelsea Jones has been speaking to people all day about this. So Chelsea, what have you been hearing and what are local lawmakers saying about it?
Well, Kim, I spoke to a woman earlier who is saying she's only putting $20 in her tank. I spoke to truck drivers. They tell me it's costing them upwards of $700. That's high for them. And if you take a look at the prices here in West Greenwich right now, the cost of regular fuel is $4.37, which is above the national average, but the price of diesel is $5.45. The numbers are steadily climbing. Gas prices are skyrocketing and everyone knows it.
Well, it's like everything goes up except the pay.
Yuban Villanueva says last year around this time, it would cost him around $350 to fill up his truck. This year,
it costs me about $750 now to fill up a tank, when usually it'll run me about, I don't know, probably $500.
And he's not alone. Michael Amici is filling up once a day versus every 2 days. And he says $700 is his company's limit, and he's paying well over that. Many lawmakers across Rhode Island and Massachusetts are calling for a pause on state gas taxes.
The state tax they're talking about, I don't think it would be awesome if they would do that, but I don't think it'll apply to us.
Massachusetts Secretary of State William Galvin is calling for an investigation into price gouging. And Governor Dan McKee says he supports that, but he's not willing to pause the gas tax.
We've talked to both the Senate President and the Speaker today about the issue. We know it's important, but at the same point in time, the integrity of our budget is important.
Senator Sheldon Whitehouse held a virtual media availability earlier this afternoon. I asked him what would be a more immediate solution to address the gas prices since the governor is standing firm in his January budget. He tells me that simply Putin needs to stop his attacks and that Russia needs to leave Ukraine. Kim and Brian.
And Chelsea, Senator Whitehouse also introducing a bill. What can you tell us about that?
So, Brian, it's called the Big Oil Windfall Profits Tax, and that basically means that oil companies would have to pay a profit tax so that they will not jack up their prices and then increase their profits as a result. Back to you.
All right, Chelsea Jones live for us in West Greenwich with a story that has everyone talking. Chelsea, thank you.
We begin at 5 tonight with a story that affects nearly everyone. Gas prices at an all-time high across the nation. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Mike Montalvo.
And I'm Shannon Heggie. To fill up, you're going to have to cough up more money than you normally would. Rhode Island and Massachusetts seeing gas prices higher than the national average of $4.32. 12 News reporter Chelsea Jones has more on what consumers have to say and how lawmakers are trying to address it. Chelsea?
Well, lawmakers in both Rhode Island and Massachusetts are pushing for relief at the pump by way of a pause to state gas taxes. But the governor says sticking to the budget is his plan. Meanwhile, consumers are coughing out a lot of money at the pump. Pumping up the price with the national average well over $4, people are feeling a strain anytime they come to fill up the tank. If prices continue to climb, what is that going to mean for you?
Bus pass. Yeah, if I can't afford to get back and forth to work driving, I got to do what I got to do.
AAA says 59% of Americans say they will begin altering their habits if prices continue to climb. And for truck drivers, gas prices already has them doing just that.
I'm fueling once a day instead of once every 2 days.
Lawmakers in both Mass and Rhode Island want relief for residents, even investigations.
I think we need to take a look at whether or not there is any price gouging going on.
In the meantime, people tell me they're spending more money because it's the only option.
Well, it's like everything goes up except the pay.
Senator Sheldon Whitehouse and other senators are pushing for a bill that was introduced today that would stop oil companies from jacking up their prices in order to increase their profits. Live in West Greenwich, I'm Chelsea Jones, 12 News.